evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Ashley McDowell. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. The House met today, and one of the discussions is the approval of revenues for fiscal year 2020. Also tonight, the Department of Public Land speaks out on regards to MPLT funds. And the Tinian Dynasty may be up and running again soon. We have the details on that. In sports, San Jose Fishing Derby takes place over the weekend, and we were there to check it and taste. Stay with us. These stories and more are next.
Get more, do more with Docomo Pacific. Enjoy endless local calls and SMS with 30 gigabytes of data for only $59 a month. Sign up today and get a Samsung J6 smartphone free. Connect with the familia, share your moments with your primos, and celebrate the Marianas way every day. The possibilities are endless. On the fastest network that gives you more. Docomo! Now available at Docomo Pacific. Better together. Some conditions apply.
Jose and Pedro were born on the very same day. Jose liked to play sports. Pedro liked to play video games. Jose's favorite word was pass. Pass me the ball. Pedro's favorite word was pass too. Pass me the rice. Jose is retired and has both time and energy. His life is just beginning. Pedro has diabetes, hypertension, and gout. His life could soon end. Eat less, play more, live longer. Brought to you by PHI, the pharmacy you can trust.
Half a day, Tirawami, and good evening, Commonwealth. Today is Wednesday, May 8, 2019. Today, the House met for a session where they passed the House Concurrent Resolution to approve revenues and resources for fiscal year 2020. This is HCR 21-1. Fiscal year 2020 begins on October 1st, 2019, and ends on September 30th, 2020. The language includes that the project resources are in the amount of $233.2 million for fiscal year 2020. Here is a look at the adjustments. A few of the big adjustments are the cigarette excise tax to tobacco control, which is $3.5 million. The MVA hotel tax earmarking is just over $13.6 million, and the less debt Service Settlement Fund Agreement, which is $43 million. The total local revenue and resources available for appropriation for the CNMI government activities in fiscal year 2020 is at just over $147 million. During the House session, the representatives place a vote, with 14 members in favor and 4 voting no, which were Representative Sheila Babauta, Representative Richard Lazama, Representative Ed Probst, and Representative Tina Sablan. Now, with this resolution adopted, it heads to the Senate for their consideration. And the community is making sounds of concerns in regards to the Marianas Public Land Trust Fund. KSPN2 sits down with Department of Public Lands Secretary Marianne Concepcion Tergezu.
Public lands and MPLT were both created by the Constitution. So Article 11 indicates that DPL will manage and dispose of public lands, collect all lease revenues, and keep what's reasonable, what's dubbed as reasonable expenses. And then in the end of the year, any remaining funds will be remitted to Marianas Public Land Trust.
And the common questions being asked to the Department of Public Lands is,
well, DPL, what are you doing with all the lease revenue? And I'm an NMD, I'm a collective, I'm a part of the collective landowner, and where's my share?
In answering this, DPL Secretary Marianne Concepcion Tergezu explains the process for managing the funds.
The Constitution set it up is that after the lease revenue minus expenses, MPLT will manage the funds and invest them. And every year, what MPLT does is they send the interest from those investments to the general fund. And so the legislature generally appropriates those general fund from the interest.
And in regards to the recent line of credit, Terragezu says the department has remitted money to MPLT.
We have sent $3 million in last week, Thursday, May 2nd. And on May 3rd, DPL sent the remaining $345,700 to MPLT again. And so the question of where's the remaining funds from 10.9? Obviously, they're calling like a $7 million difference. DPL is not funded by the general fund. And so we use lease revenue for office operations. The 10.9 DPL took out 4.8 for fiscal year 2018 budget. We've also taken out the $1 million for the land use plan, and we've taken out $1.775 million for in homestead projects.
And after this, she says the balance became $3.3 million for MPLT and was sent last week. Reporting for KSPN2 News, I'm Adriana Cotero.
In court today, a new jury trial date is set for Rhoda Mayor Ephraim Adelig and his girlfriend, Evelyn Adelig, in the courtroom of Chief Judge Ramona Manglonia. This is due to the recent open heart surgery Ephraim Adelig had in the Philippines last month. Ephraim and Evelyn were both granted travel to the Philippines for the procedure, and due to the time it will take for recovery, Judge Manglonia has postponed the jury trial that was originally set for June 4th. Allegedly, Mayor Ephraim Adelig and his girlfriend Evelyn Adelig took government-funded trips under fraudulent pretenses. Charges are being made against 5 of the 9 trips that were taken. A pretrial conference for Ephraim and Evelyn is now set for September 9th at 1:30 p.m. and a new jury trial is set for October 1st at 10 a.m. The shareholders of the Tinian Dynasty Megastar is looking to open the establishment back up either as just a hotel or just a casino. And Tinian Mayor Edwin Aldon says communications have been in the works with Megastar to get the ball rolling, even if it means just a hotel.
We'll be meeting in a couple of weeks as we have planned to really sit down with these shareholders from Megastar and to discuss what are the options and where are we going to go from here, because we really need rooms. Tinian has only 52 inventoried rooms or more, but not more than 70 or 80 inventory rooms on island, because as you know, people come and go. We only have day tours when they really want to stay overnight and enjoy a night at the sunset and a dinner at the beach.
There is security that has been hired by Megastar to protect the property from vandalism and intrusion. Mayor Aldon says one person is still living in the establishment, and although there is no power or water, the individual is living off of a generator and is also a former employee of Tinian Dynasty. Coming up, we head over to Tinian, where reconstruction of the San Jose Church is being highlighted. Stay tuned.
Get the phone plan you're looking for at IT&E. Stay connected with the strongest, widest, and most reliable network in the Marianas. Stream, share, play, shop, and surf the web with super fast 4G LTE data. Whether you need just a few gigabytes of data to get by, or if you want to go further with unlimited data, there's a plan for you. You'll always get the best price. Visit any IT&E store or call us to learn more. IT&E. Explore your world.
Mental health. What is it?
What is it?
What is it?
It is my feelings.
It is my emotions.
It's what's in my head.
It is being able to realize his or her own potential.
It's coping with normal stresses in life.
Half of adult mental illness begins before the age of 14. Over 40% of children ages 13 to 17 experience behavioral problems even before they reach the 7th grade. Suicide is also the third leading cause of death among youth ages 15 to 24. These numbers are not easy to absorb, which is why we want to remind the community that the emotional well-being of a child is just as important as their physical health.
The Community Guidance Center Systems of Care under the Commonwealth Healthcare Corporation offers an array of services and support for children and youth ages 5 to 21. One of the most important ways parents can help is to listen to their children and to take their feelings seriously. They may want change, they may want a hug, or they may want to seek professional help. So take the time to talk to your children and understand how they feel, because
children's mental health matters.
Welcome back to the Channel 2 News. The San Jose Catholic Church in Tinian, a place of worship, a place to share in faith, received a lot of damage from Super Typhoon U2 back in October 2018. There have been many donations made to help with the rebuilding of the church structure, but they need much more as the reconstruction will cost $1.7 million. The Commonwealth Ports Authority Board Chairperson Kimberly King-Hines has made a video showing the devastation the typhoon brought to the beautiful island of Tinian, specifically the Tinian San Jose Church.
On October 25, 2018, the strongest typhoon ever recorded to hit the Marianas made landfall on the island of Tinian and the southern half of Saipan, leaving in its wake catastrophic devastation, most especially on our home, the island of Tinian. After the heavy winds subsided, we all walked out of whatever remained of our homes to what seemed like a war-ravaged island. But with the outpouring support of friends and strangers from around the world on our neighboring islands, the local and federal government, we've been able to pick up the shattered pieces of our belongings, slowly reconstruct our homes, and rebuild our lives. On behalf of Tinian, thank you so much for your thoughts, prayers, and outpouring show of support and compassion in the immediate aftermath of the typhoon. Your support helped us get through some of our most difficult times, and we are forever grateful. Although some sense of normalcy has returned, we are a long way from full recovery. For most on Tinian, full recovery is rebuilding what we believe is our community's oldest and most basic infrastructure, the Tinian San Jose Church. San Jose Church lies in the heart of the village and for centuries has been a place where the entire community gathers, regardless of religious denomination. Unfortunately, the winds of U2 did not spare Tinian's lone Catholic Church. That's why we, the Friends of San Jose Church Tinian, have made it our mission to help restore the heart of our village by organizing to raise funds to help rebuild the church. But given our limited resources and our lofty goal of building an infrastructure that will withstand another U2, we need help, your help. Our first goal is to rebuild the social hall to first serve as a temporary place of worship as we demolish the church. And given our remote location, limited access to construction goods, and skilled labor supply, this project alone has been estimated to cost between $300,000 to $500,000. The construction of a new concrete church has been estimated at $1.7 million. It is our goal to turn the social hall into a community center after we rebuild the church. We are so incredibly fortunate to have our friend Jerry Tan from Tan Shu Lin Foundation help us kick off our fundraising efforts by pledging $100,000 to help us with our first goal. And we hope that, like Jerry, you will also find our cause worthy of your generosity. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you once again for helping us rebuild and getting us through some of our most difficult times. Your generosity will not be forgotten. For any questions, additional information, please don't hesitate to contact us via email at friendsofsanjosechurch@gmail.com.
If you would like to make a donation to the rebuilding of the Tinian San Jose Catholic Church, go to the Friends of the San Jose Parish Facebook page and click the PayPal link, or send a check to Friends of San Jose Church, Tinian P.O. Box 520622, Tinian MP 96952. For more information, email friendsofsanjosechurch@gmail.com. Promoting dive in the Northern Marianas is continuing to be a focus for the Marianas Visitors Authority. A new underwater dive video filmed and shot by the Marianas Ocean Tourism Ambassador Yorko Summer has been set to promote the Marianas. The new film will air in May at Diving Resort Travel and in July at the Asia Dive Expo. The video aims to attract families of divers and to show the numerous dive sites that are offered in the Marianas. The production team also visited the Fiesta Resort and Spa, Cultural Dinner Show, Avenue Restaurant, the Airstream, Ena's Kitchen, Ladder Beach Restaurant, and the Shack, and also took kayaking and UTV tours and visited Managaha and Old Man by the Sea while on island. On Guam, the number of Marines could change as questions were raised during a budget hearing, and Governor Lou Leon Guerrero got a view of military operations on the island. KUAM reports.
Hafide Sinamai, here's what's making news on Guam. Could there be a major shift in the size and makeup of the Marine buildup? Hawaii Senator Brian Schatz is again questioning the Marine mission on Guam. In a budget hearing Friday in Washington, Schatz pressed Marine Commandant General Robert Neller on whether they should reconsider basing forces in Guam because of the lack of airlift to rapidly deploy the troops.
The purpose of having Marines on Guam is to be in the region, is to be forward, is to be ready to fight tonight. And then there's a moment and you got to fight tonight, and then you got to wait for San Diego to bring you the lift. It defeats the purpose. You might as well keep the Marines on Conus or in Hawaii. So tell me why this plan still makes sense, other than our geopolitical commitments and the difficulty on Okinawa.
There have been a lot of discussions about this. And
what's your personal view? Does this make sense still?
The plan as is currently designed, I think, is worthy of possibly a review. That's my personal professional opinion.
Thank you.
General Neller responded earlier that in order to rapidly deploy troops of any significant size, they would have to rely on strategic lift aircraft or high-speed amphibious vessels from outside of Guam, such as Japan or the West Coast. He also said that the type of forces to be stationed on Guam won't be, quote, solidified until later this year. Meanwhile, the Governor, Leon Guerrero, was not aware of Hawaii Senator Schatz's comments and has not heard of any changes to the Marine relocation plan. The governor says she just met with Guam-based military leaders and was reassured that they remain on track to bring as many as 5,000 troops to Guam from Okinawa.
There are going to be Marines that are going to go to Hawaii. There's some that are going to go to Australia, and then there's some that are going to go to the U.S. But for the most part, they're going to be coming to Guam. Some of those are going to be coming on a rotational basis every 6 months. Some of them are going to be permanently toured here. So I have not heard any of that. And I think if that was the case, I think we would have been discussing that yesterday.
The governor was told the actual relocation of troops could start as early as 2023. They got a close-up view of military operations as well. The governor and the lieutenant governor went on a tour Monday of the Department of Defense facilities, hosted by Admiral Shoshana Chatfield. They visited the future Marine base along with Anderson Air Base and the U.S. Naval Base. The governor said it was comforting to see the military advances in technology that are being used to protect this part of the world.
A lot of good work that the military is doing in their pursuit for protecting our island, and also us being the first line of defense here for the nation's security. I feel very comfortable that defenses and technology for defense and advancements in defense is very much present here in our island. Sure. And just wanted to assure the people of Guam that I feel very safe and protected.
In a statement, the Admiral said it was important to regularly engage with GovGuam leaders. She adds that the military on Guam, quote, maintains robust capability that contributes to the defense of Guam and are a critical part to ensure a free and open Indo-Pacific. For more Guam news, you can check out KUM.com. Reporting for KSPN2 News, I'm Carmen Victoria Sirlaki.
Bob's Super Sports is next. We take it back to a time where a long-standing record was broken. You won't want to miss this.
Get a load of this! Here's your chance to win cold hard cash with Docomo Pacific's prepaid giveaway. For a limited time only, get a chance to win cash and cool Docomo Pacific gear every time you load $5 worth of Docomo Pacific prepaid. Every Friday, we'll reward 5 winners with $50 and one grand prize of $250 to one lucky person. Every $5 worth of prepaid load gets you an automatic entry. Load more and get more chances to win with Docomo Pacific's prepaid giveaway. Docomo Pacific, better together. Some conditions apply.
Welcome to Marianas Medical Center. We've been taking care of you and your family since 1998. We offer preventive health care services, acute and chronic care for both adults and children.
微产期以及妇科的检查.
신생아 선별 검사 및 영유아 건강 검진.
Meron po kaming food handlers, green cards, school at sports clearances.
Greenig Marianas Medical Center oferece todo classe de serviço para a família mesmos here.
We accept Medicaid, Medicare, and most private insurance plans, and we also accept individuals without any medical insurance. We're conveniently located in the JKR building on Beach Road, Garapan. Marianas Medical Center, quality health care for your entire family.
Do you have a team or company? Bring them to the Adventure Specialist, Saipan's homegrown Marianas Trekking. Our guided adventures will challenge and excite you, and our award-winning photographers will capture it in a unique and unforgettable way. Check out our off-roading, go-karting, mountain biking, hiking, and snorkeling. And we have top-notch rental gear too. So bring your team, bring your family, or bring your best friend. Marianas Trekking inside the Mariana Resort.
Buenas sports fans.
Buenas sports fans, the San Jose Fiesta was held in Tinian over the weekend. And that means the annual San Jose Fishing Derby also took place. KSPN2 Sports stops by this year's Derby.
We started the Derby in 2010. Since then, we're still doing it, trying to pick it up more and invite more people.
Beginning the Derby 9 years ago, whereas the San Jose Fiesta celebrated their 63rd year, as the community works toward bringing more people to Tinian for this annual event.
Welcome back!
Why do you feel it's something that should be done at the same time?
Because we're surrounded by water. We're fishermen. And it's a good sport to bring up here. It's one of the big events for the San Jose Fiesta. Everybody looks forward to it every year.
A total of 27 boats left the marina early Saturday morning and returned back with their catches throughout the day.
27 total new participants of this derby, so
nice.
It's a good show. It's a very good show.
Where's the fish?
Good question. They're coming. They're
still out there.
All out there.
Yeah.
So far, we got a marlin in and wahoo that's been recorded.
And that first marlin, coming in at 79.1 pounds, was donated for the San Jose Church Fiesta taking place on Sunday.
Mr. Jack Manglona from Tinian Shipping, he is one of our sponsors also. He was the first one that came in. He landed the first marlin of the day and he donated for the church. Every year, whoever comes in first with a marlin always donates to the church.
And lucky for KSPN2, when we were there, a tuna was donated to us. Cheers, Ashley.
Cheers. And we know the International Fishing Derby is still a couple of months away, but since we are talking about fish, why not talk about the big ones? Let's go back to a time where a fishing crew from Guam beat a 15-year-old record.
For 8 years, Mike James has been competing in the Saipan Fishing Derby. His goal, to break Danny Agulto's record.
That has been my goal ever since I participated in this tournament. Is to
You've been doing this for
more than maybe about eight years. Yeah.
Saturday morning, James and his crew set out with a particular destination in mind.
You know, fishing when you're out there, you know, it just comes when it comes, and we just had it. You know, we were our lines were out by 7:30, and we came to the spot to where we wanted to fish. And
Where'd you go?
We went up to Marpi.
He gives us the account of the catch and the landing of this 942-pound fish.
The marlin just came up and just took the line, the bait, and just took off, and that was it. We were hoping for it to stop, but he just kept on pulling, so we had to chase it down, get some lines, and then it did that about 3-4 times, and it took us about 2.5 hours to bring it in. But man, when we came in, we thought maybe it was 500-600 pounds. Yeah, and we tried to bring it into the boat. We couldn't even bring the head up to the boat, so we decided to just tow it in.
Joined by John Hattick, George Areola, and his father, 82-year-old Frank James, they somehow managed.
My crew, John Hattick, George Areola, and my dad, we just really worked together to bring that fish in. It was really tough.
While the water was calm most of this weekend, not so during that catch.
Well, the overcast was good, but the water kind of picked up in the morning, and it was really choppy, and really made it even harder for us to fight the fish. And when we stood in the back of the boat, my boat's only a 20-footer. Water was coming in from the back because we were all the fish is heavy, and we're all there. And the weather did not help, so it made it even tougher for us.
After it was over, their dream had been achieved.
This is an awesome thing, and I guess this is what fishermen's dream of, to get one of those big ones one of these days. And for us, I think it finally came to yesterday, so we're happy.
Oh, this is the best. I mean, this is the top because this is the biggest I've caught. So, and to catch it in the Derby it's even better. So
the blue marlin was taken to the Hyatt Regency.
Awesome!
Where it was measured at 11.5 feet. It was cut in half and offloaded into the Hyatt chill box, much to the delight of their executive chef, who already knew what he was going to do with it.
It's just mostly sashimi.
Yeah. What's the best way you like marlin?
Sashimi. Absolutely.
Here's the windup and the pitch.
I don't believe what I just saw!
Get your
your game and gear at Gold's Gym Saipan. Group exercise is a great way to get fit and then stay fit. For something high tempo, go for a ride with one of our instructors in our new spin room. Let's roll. Pilates improves flexibility, builds strength, and develops control and endurance in the whole human body. It also improves coordination and balance. And the Shake Cafe is a great place to stop by for a meal replacement or supplement. See you at Gold's Gym.
And your weather forecast for today: 87 high, 97 heat index, 81 low, 72% humidity. Today there was an overcast this morning with the sun pulling through and making it another sunny day on Saipan. And tomorrow, clear skies and sunshine. East winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. High 84, low 80, seas 4 to 6 feet. Sunrise 5:51 a.m., sunset 6:36 p.m. And we thank you guys for watching. Please do have a great rest of your night and turn in tomorrow again at 6 p.m. Have a great night.